If I say the word supercar, words that come to mind would be exotic, expensive, and powerful. One word you wouldn't associate with it would be practical. This is the 2014 Porsche Panamera Turbo Executive, and it ticks all the above boxes. It's exotic looking. It's expensive. This one here is over $200,000, and it's powerful with 520 horsepower. But is it practical? Let's have a look. The look of the Panamera has always been polarizing in my opinion. You either love it or hate it, but either way, it's an eye-catching design that does garner lots of looks. The front end is kind of 911-like, with nice flowing lines and light treatments with LED accents. The rear end has a lot to show off, from the quad-tipped exhaust to the hidden spoiler and long flowing sculpted taillights. The Panamera is big, and new this year, this executive model is even bigger. With a 150mm or 6-inch longer wheelbase, this luxury land yacht provides even more rear seat legroom for any VIPs, or in my case, mommy, baby, and all the essentials. The interior of the Panamera does not disappoint and is the perfect blend of luxury and sport. The materials and fit and finish is everything you would expect from a $200,000 car. Instead of having a mouse or dial for the media interface, Porsche uses lots of buttons, which I love. The front and rear seats are heated and ventilated, have all the right adjustments to keep you comfortable, whatever style of driving. Here's my favorite practical feature of the Panamera. It has a special door stop. On a standard door on a car, you normally have two stops, basically midpoint and at the widest point. Anything in between and the car door wants to swing closed. On the Panamera, this system, you hold the door where you want it for 1 second, let go, and it stays there. Any position. There we go here. Let's go to 3/4. No problem. Now the advantage of this, when you're parked on an incline or a hill, you open the door, and what does the door want to do? Because of gravity, it wants to shut on you. You've got your knee there trying to hold it and trying to save your legs from getting slammed on. Or else you're in a tight parking spot. Maybe you're underground parking, you might have a concrete wall or another car there, and you're opening the door and you're just trying to sneak out. Well, the door wants to open to that first position, and most likely it's going to dent your door. The back is where it's at on the executive model. The rear doors are huge, making entry into the master suite a breeze. The aft cabin is afforded all the luxury appointments as the front, including dual climate control, vanity mirrors, 110 and 12-volt outlets, and 8-way power-adjusted heated and ventilated seats. For privacy and shade, standard power blinds for the side windows and rear compartment can be controlled from the front or back. The Panamera can easily work for families with little ones. It can fit a couple set of golf clubs, or in my case, a full-size stroller and some groceries. I took this Panamera on a weekend road trip for 3, and it handled our luggage with no problem. Just be aware that taller items may not fit due to the slope of the hatch. I can't really show you how fast and powerful the Panamera Turbo is on the streets without the risk of getting thrown in jail. But listen to this. Take it from me, it's fast. Least I can do is give you the specs. This 4.8-liter V8 twin turbo pushes out 520 horsepower, and with the Sport Chrono package, which this is equipped with, 567 pound-feet of torque. The power is funneled through a 7-speed PDK or dual-clutch transmission with active all-wheel drive, and propels this land yacht from 0 to 60 in only 3.8 seconds. The benefits of all that horsepower and torque is obvious if you're on the racetrack. But in the city and the highway for everyday driving, where it comes in handy is that you barely have to touch the gas. As we are on the highway right now, we're doing 100 kilometers an hour. The motor is barely working and sipping fuel, I might add, unless you put your foot into it, where it comes alive. Now this car still has winter tires on it, and listen to how quiet it is. As I mentioned earlier, I took this Panamera on a road trip with 3 people and had the adaptive cruise set between 125 and 135 kilometers an hour, 80% of the time. After 900K of long mountain passes and winding roads, I averaged 11.8 liters per 100K. That is absolutely amazing for a loaded car with this much power. This car is equipped with PDCC, or Porsche Dynamic Chassis Control. It uses hydraulic actuators to keep the car level, which provides nice flat cornering at any speed. This is great for stability and also for the passengers on winding roads. Now, the executive model is a long car, but parking's made a lot easier with the use of parking sensors and a multi-camera system. The one thing that I can't figure out though is that this vehicle knows when you're parking and it turns on the multi-camera system for you so you can see what's ahead of you, if it's a curb. Other systems that have multi-cameras on them normally require you to put it in reverse or hit a button to engage it. The Panamera Turbo Executive can be optioned out with almost anything except the kitchen sink. You can order a refrigerator in the back, however. Starting price is $184,100, and it can get up to over $250,000 with options. This tester comes in at a modest $205,000. So as you see, a supercar can be practical. With its spacious interior, ultra smooth motor, and all-wheel drive, there's no reason why a car like this couldn't be driven every day. On the downside, if I owned a car like this, every morning I'd be stuck with the decision, do I want to drive or do I want to ride in the back?
Want more? Extended reviews of many of our segments are available online at drivingtelevision.com.